Uthi kana lamntu ngowaphi? La comment. Uthi ngowaphi?
Angola.
Angola. Yeah, and today we're doing top 10 best players in the Premier League this far. Okay, top 10 best performing players of the season so far. Because if we say best players, it should include Rodri, maybe no KTP and stuff. So I see the top 10 best performing players so far this season.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're looking at quality and quantity from the player level. You must have played the games and you must have delivered or performed at such a good level that you should be considered as top 10 best performing players so far this season. So, we'll go from, I'm going to mention my 10th player and then maybe give reasons.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go player for player.
Okay. Wow. Who wants to go first? Should I go first?
You got it. You go first. Let me hear you first.
Okay. Obviously, okay, guys. Also, Nani, you can comment on the players that we've named if you agree with our list, or if you don't, or if you have your own list now, you can name your list down in the comment and let us know the top 10 best performing players according to when. This is our opinion based on what we've seen so far and our observation basically. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. My number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 best performing players. My number 10 is Chris Wood. Chris Wood is number 10 for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
I have been very impressed with his performance. Obviously, I haven't forgotten he came here against Man City when I know what it did. I know what it did last season, Chris Wood, when he missed other chances after chances that could have helped me but left it tight. But he started.
These strikers miss chances from time to time.
Yeah, but he started this season Lena in similar fashion to how we ended last season. You would think by it not important that I say, but Chris Wood is a guaranteed starter. He has 7 goals already. 7 goals already. He's been flying. Nottingham Forest is one of the best performing clubs, Blonyak, and Chris Wood is in the forefront of everything that they do in front of goal. I've been impressed with. That's my number 10, Chris Wood. Tino, number 10.
My number 10. My number 10. Why are you listening so attentively?
Yeah, you gotta listen to
for 10th place, I've gone for the one and only Dwight McNeil. I think McNeil, man. McNeil has always been. I've always been like a fan since the Burnley days. And this season, I think this season he's like gotten to like a new higher level this season with 3 goals and 3. Yeah, including like a race versus the 2-1 win at Palace. I think without Dwight McNeil, Everton would be like somewhere like between 90th and 20th. Yeah, Everton like Everton have not started the season well, but like Dwight McNeil has like been that guy. He's been getting points from Dwight McNeil 10.
To be fair, it's not a wild thing. McNeil has been. I think he's probably top 2 with the best chances created last season. Yeah. He has created the highest XG. He's been, and when you watch Everton, he's one of their best performing players. He works hard. He has created, and I think he might be number 2. He has created chances, man. He's been very good for Everton. It's not a wild thing. I hear it, to be honest. I hear it. I expected you to mention him anyways. I know he's your favorite.
I think if Arsenal with like what AI in January when we are like having this like injury issues, let's bring him in. Maybe with Saka is injured. Let's start with McNeil 3 games. If McNeil will start 3 games for Arsenal, your boy is never playing another game this season, man. Like until he will Arsenal will have to let Saka go.
All right. No, to be fair, I've been impressed, McNeil. Not a bad shit. Let me go to my number 9. My number 9 that I've been impressed with this season. I think the difference between him and Chris Wood is basically that I like Historiska number 9 a bit more, given that he's been out of form for 2 years since he was injured. So he's been struggling with form. But this season, he's been flying. And that is Raul Jimenez for Fulham. He is my number 9. this season he's been flying. If Fulham, and it's another team that's actually performing better than Abando anticipated, Jimenez being their talisman, who dispose of Muniz. Obviously, people patch a crazy last year. People patch a crazy last year, but Jimenez found the form Nyaka, and he's been one of the top performing strikers. Now, I think he has like 6 goals Nyaka so far, which is very good for a player that's been out of form for 2 seasons. That's my number 9. Who's your number 9?
Jimenez. Well, Jimenez. I mean, he's played well, but not enough to make top 10. But yeah, it's your opinion. Yeah. For number 9, I've gone for your number 10. I've gone. I've gone for Chris Wood at number 9. Yeah. Well, cooking. Yeah, I've gone for Chris Wood at number 9.
Chris Wood has been like one of the best performing players going on. So I understand why so it was 9. Do you have anything to say about this? Or
nah, you already said everything. Everything was good. I was going to say about Chris Wood.
It's actually funny, man. Chris Wood now. Chris Wood was at Ipen, and at Burnley he was. I always felt like he was not good enough to be a Premier League striker when he was at Burnley. Like I've watched him, I felt like
you were hating.
Nah, Chris man, Chris Wood didn't move me like that. Chris Wood never moved like that.
Eli Barnes, that front two.
Barnes was my guy. Barnes was my guy.
But Barnes got the best out of Chris Wood, and Chris Wood actually got the best out of Barnes. They were like perfect.
Yeah.
Both of them.
And the thing is, Chris Wood is scoring like confident striker goals, turning, spinning it defenders, putting in the bottom corner. Like, hey, Chris Wood, this is not you. When I'm passing a head, he's moving mad. He's moving mad now.
Respect Chris Wood.
Right. Let me go to my number 8. My number 8 is a Liverpool midfielder, Ryan Gravenberch. I think in Liverpool, after Fabinho, evidently has been struggling to find that replacement in midfield. They've been struggling. Even Kwagulonyaka, we were hoping that they would buy that number 6. And them not buying number 6 seemed like a knock on their season, whatever that they would go on to achieve the season later. But the transformation of Gravenberch, credit to Ernest Latovias for trusting him, has been impressive. I've mentioned before, midfield Liverpool has been inconsistent, but Gravenberch has been that one consistent member, the midfield, even by starting and by performing. Because you would see that sometimes Macaulay are on the bench, or Soboslai on the bench, Jones not starting, but Gravenberch has been the one member who has been starting and has been performing well. I've been impressed with Gravenberch, and this is my number 8.
Yeah, good shout. That's a good shout. For my number 8, I've gone for Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I like that. I like Nico. Yeah.
I tried like by every way to get him out, to like not put him in the list, but yeah, I had no choice. That Nicholas Jackson has been like, it's been like, I think we saw like signs of him last season, but I think he missed chances that he's like taking this season. Yeah, but he's improving, man. Every game he's getting better, taking chances. He's playing his work rate. He's always worked hard though. Yeah, but now, yeah, man, Chris Wood is 8.
Yeah, man. Nicholas Jackson. Has always been converting, like conversion rate. He has not been converting enough chances. Every other area of game has always been top. So him scoring goals it's actually easy for him to make top 10. So I don't mind that. I don't mind my top 10, but I don't mind. My number 7. I've gone for another Liverpool player. This is my split opinions between me and you, but I've gone for Virgil van Dijk. I think is my number 7, Virgil van Dijk. In Liverpool has been keeping a lot of clean sheets. I think Van Dijk, obviously, we don't expect him to go back to the pre-ACL form, but I think, man, this is the closest he's come to. This is the closest he's been. I've been impressed with Van Dijk. He's been very. Liverpool has considered the least goals this season, Lena, and he's one of the reasons because Alisson is out for a couple of games. Obviously, Konate being in the side now has helped a lot. But I just think leadership of Van Dijk and his performance, I've been more impressed with Van Dijk than anyone else. I think so far this season he's been one of the best performing defenders. And it's evident because Liverpool is not conceding that many goals. So I have number 7, Van Dijk. Who do you have as number 7?
For number 7, I have gone for like I don't like having this voice here like that. But yeah, it is what it is. Uh, for number 7, unfortunately, I've gone for like for Gabriel. As much,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
like as much as I'm a hater, but yeah.
Yeah. You know what? For me, okay, you wanna talk about Gabriel a bit before I have something to say?
Yeah, I think Gabriel, like I like his presence in the box. Like I like his commanding presence in the box in terms of defending set pieces, like corners, crosses in. Also in the opposition box too. Like he's scoring headers like penalty kicks. Yeah, I've been very impressed with him. He's been like I think he's even played better than Saliba this season, man. Gabriel, but like most people are focused on Saliba. Like even though I think Gabriel is like in most of the
True.
way.
For me, Gabriel was the toughest to leave out of top 10. I'm not gonna lie. He was the toughest to leave out because he's been very crucial for team. Like he's been very crucial. He has scored some. Like he's been very impactful. If you talk about impact, he's been very impactful for his season so far. Otherwise, without him, I don't know about the CP. So it was a tough one for me to leave. I guess for a defender, I kind of looked at the number of goals that we've considered, and I was a bit too harsh on him. There was so, but in terms of impact, I didn't like leaving out. But I'm glad. I'm actually happy that someone mentioned him. So shout out, man. Shout out, Bob. My number 6, though. My number 6.
Yeah.
This guy that I have at number 6. I don't think he's a Premier League legend. I don't think he's a Premier League legend. Or he might be. I don't know. I guess he's one of those guys that we look back in the years and we enjoy. With Danny Welbeck, number 6 one. I have Danny Welbeck at number 6.
I thought about it Danny Welbeck, but I thought, nah.
I have that guy number 6, that guy Wells. I've been impressed with Danny Welbeck. Welbeck, man, listen. I've always felt like him playing for Man United and the Arsenal was him punching a 5 feet. Like he was it was not his level, to be honest. And the injuries didn't help. Then he left as a level. He went to a level that I think I'd see him shine with, but he had a lot of injuries. He just never found stability to settle and showcase his true talent. This season, however, man, he has started like a house on fire with them. He's been on form. He's been on form one day. I think he has scored like 6 goals so far this season. And he's every other season when I watch Brighton, he's scoring. If he's not scoring, he's impacting that attack in a different way. So I've been very impressed with him. He's number 6 on my list. I'm very, very impressed with him. It's actually nice to see him finally playing to his full potential. Who do you have on at number 6?
Danny Welbeck is a good shot. Yeah, I'm maybe with Danny being there. But for my number 6, I have gone for the boy, Mateo Kovacic. Mateo Kovacic. Gone for Mateo Kovacic at number 6. I think even though we missed Rodri, maybe more like defensively, but offensively, not offensively. I think he's like featured in that role very, very well. I think Mateo Kovacic is like one of the best midfielders in the Premier League currently. He's playing well. He's pressing, his work rate, his tackling. Even though I would like him to like move further back, I think he's too adventurous. But like other than that, he's been perfect. He's filled that role like very well.
Kovacic to me is similar to Gabriel. It's one of those that I left out and punished for the number of goals that we considered. But the impact is evident in the big game. Kovacic has turned up. He has scored the important goals. It's similar to Gabriel to me. I've noticed his performance and his impact in the club, but maybe his primary job is in question when you look at the stats rather than performances, because you guys have considered a lot of goals. So I felt like, okay, he might be at fault at that because He is covering for someone helping you guys maintain the stability in defense. So it's not Gabriel. The performances are of the top 10 players, the impact yakhe, but I've punished him because of the number of, or because of his stat, basically. So that's that. But otherwise, that's a good shout. That is a good shout. Ukovac has been impressed with him. My number five, though. My number five, I'm actually happy that this guy made my top 10 list and is high up because earlier on my videos, when I did underrated and overrated, I mentioned it. And I said that is underrated. I've mentioned the impact yakhe, the importance yakhe to a club, and he has gone on to delete. It's like he watched my video. Who knows, man? It's like he watched my video and he said, I'm gonna prove this guy right. That is Bryan Mbeumo. Bryan Mbeumo, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Another since uTony started Lando yakhe when uTony started Bryan Mbeumo is carrying us. Yes, him and Uwisa have carried Brentford, and he's never looked back ever since. Tony has been gone, and not even one person ever spoken about Tony ever since he left. Not even one person ever felt like if Brentford missed Tony, because Mbeumo has been carrying that team. Of course, but they win it because Mbeumo makes sure that they crosses the line. His performances, his value to the club. He has like 8 goals. I think he's second top scorer. He has 8 goals already. It's last week he scored. He braced one of the obviously the last goal of was for Gaze in that sense because it was a pass. But the fact that it's him, when things go your way, they go your way. So I'm impressed. He's one of definitely top 5 best performing players. Lonyaka to me, no doubt. What about number 5?
For my number 5, I've gone for Bukayo. How Bukayo, like defensively, I think he's been like probably our most creative player like this season because he left and he's a left back, so that's interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. I think he's been defensively, he's very good. Like he's physical, he's tall, he's firm. Going forward, he's like even better. He's crosses in the box. He's dribbling interestingly. And he's been creating chances. Bukayo, man, top 5 easy.
I'm not mad at that shot. I was watching, I think it was your game against, I don't want to get the opposition wrong, man. When he scored that Keller, when he scored, could it be Wolves? I don't think it was Wolves. I think it was Wolves or something. When he scored that Keller. Anyways, while I was watching that game, the person that I the most was Bukayo. Like I was like, oh my god. Lecheb when he attacks, don't give Lecheb an angle because he has a knack of scoring these important goals. He is actually very good, but Bukayo is very good. It's not a
it's like his right foot and when he gets in that position.
That is a good team. That is a good team. Obviously, I probably also overlooked him because of the fact that you guys don't keep too many clean sheets. So maybe I did overlook him. But yeah, man, it's a good team. One of the best performing players so far, no doubt. And maybe Man City being number 1 in the league, you would expect to have a couple of players with top 10 because it shows that you guys are the best performing team. So it's actually a good shout. My number 4, though, I think we might have similar. I hope we have a similar top 4, but I don't think so. Anyways,
I think so. It's similar. Yeah, I think so.
My number 4 is Cole Palmer. My number 4 is Cole Palmer. He is number 4 on my list. Continued with how he finished last season, basically. I've said everything I want to say about Cole Palmer on my videos. He has continued with that fine form. He has been impactful with Chelsea. Numbers wise, he has been probably one of the best performing players when it comes to stats. He has 7 goals and 5 assists already this season. He's in his fingerprints and everything that Chelsea are doing. His fingerprints that Chelsea are doing. Chelsea are competing for top 4. He's in the forefront of that. His performances have been impressed again with Cole Palmer. He's a talent, special talent. He's been the number 4 in the best performing players for me so far this season. Who's your number 4?
I'm a number 4. Like, yeah, this was like I decided like, hey, why not? I mean, I put Bukayo Saka on number 4. Yeah, Even though like I've not really been I'm never like impressed when I watch him. Like honestly, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Like, but
I
yeah.
know.
But like he's been playing well for Arsenal. He has like 7 assists, like the top assist in the league.
Mm,
He's got 3 goals. I think he's playing well. People
yeah,
say and stats, but yeah, I don't know. I don't
yeah. Yeah, no, he's not.
yeah.
You're his biggest fan, I know. You know, he's your favorite fan. My number three is Mohamed Salah. I mean, there's nothing more for me to say about Mohamed Salah. His numbers, Zach, will always be there. He has 6 goals, he has 5 assists. He's been Liverpool's concentrate going forward, consistent. It doesn't take it. I've said everything about Mo Salah. He's number three. I don't need to say more. He's number three on my list. Who's number three for you?
So my number three is like very interesting because you put him way down on your list.
Yeah.
So like it's gonna be like an interesting top three. So like it's an interesting top three I have here. Because
Yeah.
on third, I have a Bryan Mbeumo on third on my
Mm,
list.
mm, mm.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, Bryan Mbeumo. Do you want to say anything about Bryan? I spoke about him earlier, so I don't know if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to add. You said everything. Bryan Mbeumo, it's
I
cooking.
think for me, right, when I rate footballers, this is how I mean it. When I rate footballers, I always take their contributions, obviously, right? And
Mm.
see the level at which they play. So if you play for a Crystal Palace, right,
Yeah.
and you're playing well, but you are in and amongst 13 to 14, I do think that your the job that you do is different to a guy that's doing the job as number one. So the levels are different, so the requirements for you to perform are far more. That's how I look at it, anyways. So Mbeumo, basically, I look at his contributions. He's been one of the best players. But I would think that the responsibility that he has to carry is probably not at the same level of the guys that I have above him because when they compete at the highest level, the demands for them are higher than the Gambas. That's how I
Yeah.
look at it. But I'm not mad at Mbeumo being number
I
three.
actually think the opposite. I
Is
think
it?
the opposite. I think the requirements from the players like at the bottom. I think the players at the bottom like I respect them more than the players performing at the top level.
Wait.
Much listen, like there's Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is playing. Erling Haaland. Let's say like as last season he played for like a fully fit Manchester City squad, and Bryan Mbeumo is playing like for Brentford. Like I'm sure like you'll struggle to name me like in the 11 players from the Brian from the. I think they actually. So Haaland is surrounded by Bernardo Silva. He's surrounded by Phil Foden. There was Kevin De Bruyne behind him. There was Rodri. There was Vadio, Kyle Walker. So like I actually think the players at the bottom, like I give
This,
them more
this is
credit than the
actually
players.
good conversation. I would love to hear your comments on this one because for me, I think it's hard to perform for immense city, the Arsenal, the clubs that are competing for
Yeah.
each title is higher. We are expected to perform at a higher level. So the demand is much, much higher as compared to Welbeck, who plays for Brighton. As much as Welbeck might have 10 goals, right? And Osaka has 10 goals, Osaka playing to a better club, but his demand and his levels are higher than of Welbeck. So for me, I'm more impressed with the guy who carries more. And that's how I look at it. You know what? I'm curious to hear the comments on this one. It's
Okay,
strange.
but the demands. I understand the part about the demands. Like the demands are like high when you're playing for a top club. But you have less responsibility. I think you have less responsibility when you're playing for a top club because like you have your role and everyone else
Yes.
has their roles
Yes.
and they do their roles perfectly. So when you have like this simple job of doing this and
That's true.
this, then you're done. But
That's
then
true.
Ukraine, remember that there's like no creativity behind him. So most of the chances like he scores, he has to create everything like by himself.
Yes.
So I think the players
Okay.
like
Let me
the
say.
West.
Let me put it this way, right? Okay. I think we might agree on something. The demand for Haaland, right, and expectations are higher, right? So what he has achieved is at a higher grade than that of Mbeumo. So if Haaland does his job well and Mbeumo does his job well, Haaland yena will end up winning Champions League in the Premier League, having done the job well. But Mbeumo will end up getting top 8. So the demands for Haaland are so high that if he performs so well, for me, automatically the better season than Mbeumo. Unfortunately, like that's how I look at it. because of the way that he operates, But this is interesting. No, you know what? I guess this is a point that we have to leave to the comments. Guys, listen. This is the question for you. Who has? Okay, I guess I don't know how to phrase this question because irresponsibility might differ because players carry different responsibilities for the clubs. Somewhere might have a bigger role and a bigger responsibility having to carry the clubs that are made to top 8. But who does a more impressive job? Someone who leads the club of world-class players like Haaland to titles, or Mbeumo who leads a club like Bryan to top 8. Both of them being the best players to their club. Like, who has done like more? Who has been more impressive than these two? Because personally, I always think that if you perform at a high level with the level of demands and expectations, and you actually meet and outperform them, then you've done better to me. But this is a good one. A good one. So you had Mbeumo as number
3. Yeah, going second.
Okay. Yeah. Number 2 for me. To be honest, number 2 for me. So I thought about the topic in a couple of weeks ago. I thought we would do this. So number 2, a couple of weeks ago was number 1. But due to the actions at the weekend, so and exam included, they have swapped place. So number 2, number 1, number 2, which is Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland is number 2.
I even know you're number 1 now. Yeah.
Yes. Let me get into it. Number 2 for me is Erling Haaland. I do think that level in the last couple of games has dropped in comparisons to the first phase of the first games. If you get my point, like we played 9 games. I do think level on the last 3 games as compared to the first 4 games has dropped. He started with the hat-tricks after hat-tricks after hat-tricks after hat-tricks. Then he went in a couple of games without scoring. Then he scored this goal like in Southern. So I do think that level in a couple of obviously this is expectations for Haaland. It's what is shown that he can do. So we demand that level. I don't think he's scored of the season. I still think he's one of the best players in the Premier League. In Nagasaki showed, yes, 11 goals in 9 games. I think he has been scoring, but I do think maybe in the last couple of weeks, level has dropped just a little bit. Could be effect of the players that he plays with right now not being able to find the right passes for him. But yeah, man, he's number 2 for sure. He's number 2. I've been impressed with him. He was number 1 up until I'm gonna get to number 2.
Until, like, I'm trying to think of why would you like. There's nothing happened to put him first, but yeah, it is what it is. Like I can't wait to hear why.
Yeah.
Second, I've gone for Cole Palmer on second. Yeah, I decided not to put him on my list. Yeah.
Wait, you don't have more Salah on your list?
Mo Salah is not bad.
And you question number 1.
Yeah, a question. Number 1, it doesn't make any sense. Okay. Mo Salah is not on my list. If I were to put Mo Salah on my list, I would put him like 11, right below Bryan McNeil.
You have
yeah, I have Cole Palmer second. Yeah, I think Cole Palmer, like, yeah, Chelsea are 5th. They'll probably be like 15th without a Cole Palmer because like no one else takes to like take up any like responsibility in terms of creativity. He just does things. So yeah, Mo Salah like is like one of the greatest to like ever played like in the league, and like now this season he's got like 6 goals and 5 assists.
5 assists, yeah.
Yeah, like, he's been good, but let's like
I don't want to talk about Salah because you accuse me of being his fanboy. I just want to ask this question. Do you think that maybe we have gotten so comfortable with the sacrifice of Mo Salah that when he performs good, it's like
like I don't think I was like
you think that like Mo Salah, because he has done in the lane for 8 seasons now, that we have been so comfortable that it's even hard. You know, right? When voters they select you to win an award, the following year you're still the best actor, and then they give you that award again. Then the third season, still the best actor, but there's someone out there who's okay. Then they have that voters fatigue that they're not necessarily going to give that award. They'll give it to someone else because they. Do you think that Salah suffers from that fatigue from us, that we feel like we know what is done, we've gotten used to it, so there's nothing more. He can't impress us anymore. Do you think maybe it suffers from not like?
Yeah. Nah, I don't think so. I think he's like risen like he's like risen like his standards way too high, but then now like he's like in terms of age, like he cannot get to that level anymore because of like it's natural. Yeah, it's
You
natural.
honestly think that it's been the top 10
Nah, this year he's like just getting goals and some assists. He's not like Salah. I think like now, I think like you're his fan. Like I think like and the Liverpool fans like think that. But when I watch like I mean I'm not even that much of a Liverpool hater. And I love Mo Salah, like, and I'm a like fan of Mo Salah. But his level now is like it's not like there. It's not like that Mo Salah anymore. I think even us we can handle now. He's not scoring against Man City this season. In both.
Utile? Say that again.
Mo Salah is not scoring against my team. This is it. That Mo Salah? Nah, not that Mo Salah.
I will post this conversation when that game comes.
Yeah. I'll be there. I won't even run away. I'll be there. Mo
Salah is like the biggest big game player I've ever seen. He's the best big game player I've ever seen. He has, but he always scores against Messi. And you're brave enough to say it on the line.
But not this Mo Salah that I've watched this season. That Mo Salah is not scoring against my team this season.
Okay. Okay, you don't count the assists. Like you say goals.
As goals, let's not count at goals. Mo Salah is not scoring against Man City this season. Let's mark that.
I like that. Anyways, first, listen, there were a couple of games that I watched of Mo Salah this season where I wasn't totally moved. But his recent performances against the Chelsea and Arsenal back-to-back, I do think that maybe they warrant them to be this high. Now, let's go to my number one. I think I already know your number one. Now I already know my number one.
And I know your one.
The best performing player so far this season, man, has been Bukayo Saka. For me, it has been Bukayo Saka. Now, let me get into it. I know you're excited to hear this, given that he's your favorite player. Listen, Saka, the responsibility that is here to carry for Arsenal this season has been far superior than, for me, most players anyways. With the absence of Odegaard, he has carried the creative burden for Tina in our tech. He's been like one of our go-to guys who need creativity and a spark going forward. His assets aren't by incident. It's because he carries like creativity. Because Odegaard, who was like someone who assisted him a lot, is not there. So Saka is our main creator, our main attacker. Everything attack-wise goes through him. Everything. When we need, even the assist that he doesn't get, but the chances come from him, he's been like a spark. I think that armband has also elevated leadership. Yeah, the armband that has taken has elevated leadership. There's this thing, man, about him. I was watching him against Liverpool, like when he scored that goal, it felt like he knows what he's doing. Like another chicken. Listen, obviously there's biasness to it. I think there's bias to it, but if you look at the numbers, I don't want to make this about this stat and stuff, but if you look at the numbers, he has created the most chances, the most big chances. He has the highest assists. He has scored in the most important games, obviously, creating an assist against City, against the Spurs, scoring against. So for me, he's been like the one player that I've been most impressed with so far. That's my number one. Who is your number one?
Yeah, my number one is Big L. Yeah, Big L, man. I want a king. Imagine 11 goals in 9 games. That's not normal stuff, man. He just
that's not from me. That's not from me.
I have nothing more I can say. He's like Erling Haaland. But I think if, let's say, if maybe I was like, let's say, a Brighton or like a Villa or like a Newcastle fan, I think Bryan Mbeumo is like been better than Erling Haaland this season. Like
You think
honestly,
so?
yeah, definitely.
I mean, I hear it, man. To be honest, I hear who Bryan Mbeumo has been impressive. Yeah, he has been impressive. But obviously, it goes back to the conversation that we had earlier. For me, I think maybe it goes down to the demands, contributions towards achieving those demands. But yeah, if let me ask you the question: if Bryan Mbeumo could perform as well as right now, right, and then if Brentford finishes, let's say 8th or 9th, as considered as finishes 8th or 9th, then Haaland performs the way he gets 40 goals. Man City wins the title. Who has been the best player for you?
Bryan Mbeumo. Erling Haaland has done his job when we go with that, but Mbeumo is like,
let's go back to last season. Let's go back to last season. Who was a better player between Cole Palmer and Foden?
I think that season who's been like covered.
Yeah. It's for me, right? Here's the thing for me. I'm not saying, by the way, I need to explain this so that I'm listening. I'm not saying that the best player should come out to the club from the clubs that win the titles. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if there's an outstanding player in the team that wins title, and there's a clear evidence that he's been the best performing player, and he has led, like carried that responsibility to lead Team Yago to win titles, then that's the best player in the world in the league. But not necessarily that if a club wins the title, then we have to look for a person. No. You can win best player without even winning a title. If your performances have been that good, you finish fifth. Let's say if Brentford, for example, if they finish fifth in Brentford right now, then that's it. Bryan Mbeumo has done remarkable work. Yeah, and then Man City finishes first, but Haaland scores 15 goals. Like there's no outstanding player. Then Bryan Mbeumo. But for me, the issue is when a player has done exceptionally well to a point that Team Yake has won a title, there's been a reward at the end of the season. Then unfortunately, you were performing at a higher level. But for me, this is conversation for if you was it, obviously. They need to comment on this one. I need to know. I'm actually curious to know. When you think that players that play at a lower level, because they carry more responsibilities, they probably should be rewarded more for the job that they've done because of Master and the weaker players. You say that. I hear your point. I don't think it's right at all. It's just my
and what you just said, what you just said, like imagine if Brighton finish fifth, if Brighton finish fifth, then
yes,
what could you have done? Like
for sure. Listen, yes, but that he should. I agree with that one. He should be rewarded. He should be rewarded because he has overachieved. People like he has overachieved. No one expects him to finish fifth. So if he finishes fifth, he should be rewarded.
And like he's also been like playing at the top level because in fifth, like there are three clubs surrounding that.
Yes,
Man United is there. Spurs are like always there. Chelsea will be there.
I agree with that one. If he finishes fifth, the way then he should be the best player. I agree because he has overachieved. But if they finish eighth, but it's still a continuity of the season, and then I mean you did well, okay, but it performance when good let's take this one to the comment, to be honest. Anyways, people have seen our top 10. I'm curious to see Baba King in the top 10 yet, especially top 5. You don't get more Salah. Cooking, guys, please. Cooking. You know what? I wanted us to do predictions before we drop back. This video is getting long. Let's see if I can remember predictions from the top of my head for a couple of games. Give me predictions, Zach. We'll do predictions almost every week. Then we'll see by the end of the season who's gotten too many predictions. If you get the score right, you will get 3 points, right? If you only get right, you'll get 1 point. So let's see. Let me write down. Let me write down. We'll only do the top pictures. So Bob.
Let's go.
Let's start with Arsenal and Newcastle. What are you saying?
Arsenal, Newcastle.
System change back.
I'm going for a draw.
Score. I'm going for a 2-0 win. Arsenal 2-0.
Arsenal 2-0. Interesting. This is Newcastle. Interesting.
I think we'll beat them 2-0. Let's go for Bournemouth and Man City.
Away at Bournemouth. Manchester City 3-1.
I'll go for Bournemouth 2-1. Bournemouth to win 2-1.
Interesting. Yo,
Liverpool versus Brighton.
At Anfield. 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I was actually I'm gonna go 2-2 as well. I'll go 2-2 as well. Yeah. Spurs versus. Chelsea versus Manchester United.
Chelsea versus United. Ooh, that's interesting. Man United. Men like Rude. That would be an interesting one. I think Man United will have. Come on. Let's go. This is an interesting one. There's also Tottenham versus Villa too. Let me go. I'll go. Chelsea to win 2-1.
2-1 Chelsea. I think United win. I think United will win 3-1. I'll go United 3-1. Last one. Spurs Villa.
Spurs, I think it's Spurs, they just beat Man City, so they'll lose 2-1 to Villa.
Okay, so Spurs will lose 2-1. I think Spurs will win 3-0. I think Spurs will win 3-0. Nah, I say Spurs 3-1. Spurs will win 3-1. We'll create a table where we'll update and see how these predictions lead. Anyways, Bob, man, it's been nice. I enjoyed this record. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed it a lot. I cannot wait for people to hear it. I cannot wait for it. Also, man, guys, please don't forget to reply to that question that we asked Bob about the players who carry them, who should be rewarded more basically, between a player that plays for a top club but delivers. Or the question is, I can't. You will hear it as it progresses. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment below, and share this content. Otherwise, if you're here, let's keep enjoying, man. Me and Bob will drop again soon. It's been lovely. Thank you so much, Bob. Thank you, broski. We'll meet again. I'm waiting for people to see Dr. Nyako, by the way. Cheers.
What a joke.